Hey there, today we're going to be comparing two mountain bike lights head to head. The Trail Evo from Outbound Lighting and brand spanking new Lumina Max 2500 from NiteRider. What's in the box? The Lumina Max 2500 of course comes with the light itself, the handlebar bracket, a simple USB wall charger, and an 18-inch long USB-C cable. Of course comes with some instructions, a lot of instructions, and a little carrying pouch. The Outbound Trail Evo comes with the light itself, bolt-on bar clamp, simple shim here with a little locking post for 31 8mm bar, take it out for 35. Wrenches for that, little black washers if you don't want orange bits on your bike, the USB-C cable. Taking a closer look at the Lumina Max itself, the design and the construction is pretty similar to NiteRider's existing line of Lumina lights, it's just bigger. So you can see the Lumina 1200 on the bottom. Looking closer at the optics, you can see this very shiny reflector like what the NiteRider used to use in the Pro series back in the day. With that, you get a nice defined spot in the center, kind of fuzzy edge at the outside where the light is blocked by the hood and the edge of the reflector. The Trail Evo has a much different optic setup with a custom in-house optic to make the beam very wide and even. The idea being you have a spot, but it casts light side to side. And you can see there's actually light getting down around the front wheel, quite different from NiteRider with the cut-off edge of the beam. Both of these lights are rechargeable by USB-C and silicone rubber door over the port in the bottom. Similarly, the Evo has its own. One feature that's not really well publicized about the Outbound Evo is pass-through charging. So you can plug it in with the included cable, which keeps this watertight, plug it into a USB power bank, and you can charge the light while it's running with all the modes available to you. It's a good option to get those really long rides in when you want. The Lumina Max does not have this functionality. Both of these lights weigh pretty close to what they claim. NiteRider comes in at 264 grams with the mount included. The Trail Evo comes in shade higher at 312 with the mount. Lumina Max 2500 is lighter because it only has a single cell inside of it. Trail Evo has two cells, so it has twice the battery capacity, and that's really reflected in the run times. We did our own runtime test here in controlled conditions, and you can see here the Lumina Max starts to tail off pretty quickly. Outbound didn't quite hit the 100-minute mark, but it did maintain output pretty damn close to 2000 lumens the entire way across before still giving another 20 minutes on low to get out of the woods. One thing that's nice to see is simple instructions that also give you very clear information on output levels and runtime in each mode. NiteRider has that information, that's French, here. The NiteRider handlebar mount is designed to adapt to different size handlebars. It's got this rubber shim in here to make up that gap. Loosen this thumb screw, snap it over the edge there, just tighten the thumb screw. Until the mount is snug enough to not wobble back and forth. It attaches pretty smoothly. To take it off, you push down this button, slide it off the front. Also has a couple degrees adjustment side to side. The Outbound Evo mount is a bolt-on style with 31 8mm shim. Slip over the bar there, clamp it down. The light itself pops on, push into the shoe, and push back and it snaps closed. So to remove it, just pop that out and slide it out. There you go. One reason we like the Evo's bolt-on mount is it keeps the light really steady. The NiteRider mount relies on a thick rubber shim which allows the light to bounce up and down on rough trails, which can be distracting. When it comes to outright performance, how do these similarly priced lights compare? Lumina Max 2500 is, you guessed it, 2500 lumens. The Outbound Evo is 2000 lumens. The biggest difference coming in the optics. The Lumina Max got a really defined circular spot and a harsh edge on the outside, so that when it's pointed down trail, you don't get much spill around your front wheel, and if you start making turns, you start losing a lot of that throw down the trail. So while it's great for straight line mobbing, it's not so great for tight twisty trails. Meanwhile, the Evo has a much wider, more even beam, so it has a spot, but there's a more blended edge, and you see all the way down on the ground in front of the front wheel, you have a wall of light from the handlebars forward. So even if you turn the light, you still get good visibility down the trails. It's harder to lose the trail, and you can see your entire field of view as opposed to just a circular spot.